global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned. Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. We are so excited to have you again. Yesterday it was a big blow for the lawmakers when the Niger Delta minister opened up some secret that they are the ones that have been enjoying contract. But right now there is a new twist in the whole show as the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, has given the Minister of the Niger Delta Affairs, Akpabio, 48 hours to publish the full details of lawmakers in the Ninth Assembly who got contract from the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC). The Speaker made the call while reacting to a point of order brought under matter of breach of his privileges by the minority leader Tr0uble. Mr. Elumelu urged the House to invite Mr. Akpabio to mention those who got contracts from the NDDC. Mr. Akpabio on Monday, during the continuation of the investigative hearing held to probe the allegations of corruption in NDDC, alleged that the contracts of the NDDC are given out to members of the National Assembly. The revelation unsettled the Hall briefly as the acting chairman of the committee, Thomas Eriyetomi, calmed some members who charged at the minister. Reacting to Mr. Elumelu's point of order, the Speaker said it was unfortunate that journalists helped him in amplifying what we all know is untrue. I have never once collected contracts from the NDDC, and I know I can speak for many other members, Mr. Gbajabiamila said. I hereby call on the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs to, within 24 to 48 hours, to publish the names, contract dates, and unveil the companies of the 60% project that were given to the National Assembly. He said failure to do so would leave the House with no other option than to bring the full wrath of the law on him. The minister owes it to himself, committee, Niger Delta, and the people of Nigeria to publish details of those who have been given contract. The Speaker speaks out.
That's better.
Yeah. I think at this point, some may call it a trade, but I feel it's not trade. It's a way of clearing their name, just like what had happened to one Ugo Chinyere, also that guy in the CUPP who came up and said that they were given some amount of money.
10 billion from Bill Gates.
By Bill Gates, exactly. So I think at this point, they want to see how they can clear their name so that the people can know definitely the people who were involved in the contract scam. But I believe so much that Akpabio will not just wake up and bring up this thing, because we know that this is not the first time he's talking about this. You understand?
You know, one of the beautiful strengths, permit me to use the word strength, as a diehard politician that Godswill Akpabio is the fact that he works on the policy of chop I chop. That chop I chop means I won't die alone. If you want to spill the beans, we both go down. And this, when we go down, we both will go to the deepest part of that pit. So don't forget that these guys are people at the corridor of power. They're lawmakers. So it will give them so much so that by the time this era comes, just know how to go within your house and clear the air.
Okay.
Now, it's possible, very possible. You know, when your hands are very clean, you're very bold. Notice the way that woman was practically,
calling him out,
insisting that he should say something. While the chairman there was, it's okay, because like you rightly said in the first video, it's a network thing. Now, the network per se now may not be directly affecting Femi
Gbajabiamila.
You understand? So he's bold. But now there's going to be an in-house caucus meeting. There's going to be some sort of quarrel, as in division within the Senate. That you must not do and all that. So there's going to be another inner meeting outside the preview of the public glare,
Yeah.
where they will now begin to speak for or against, and they may also need to speak to what's his name, Gospel Akpabio,
Yeah.
to please whatever, please just I beg you, don't put my name. But in this case, he don't beg me. Go and beg Femi, whatever he needs to do, so he
let him
play down
cancel the
on
whole.
this,
Yeah,
because
exactly.
if he insists, I will publish, all of us go down. Now,
Exactly.
Femi is trying to clear one air to show Nigerians that even if people are corrupt, not all of us in the Senate are corrupt, because you will not
Yeah,
use the name
exactly.
of few
Exactly.
to generalize that all night Senate are
Yes.
corrupt.
Yes.
Now, if he does that, that means if he keeps his mouth shut and the Nigeria have that general conception that all night senators are corrupt, then that makes eight senators saints.
Yeah,
Now
exactly.
Nigerians will begin to see how we miss the likes of Saraki
Yeah.
and the rest. It's not as if they're all saints,
Yeah.
but in this case, they need to clear the air.
Yeah.
And facing the full weight of the law, now that is something else we've
Yeah.
never seen in a long time. I
Yeah.
really would love to see, those who have looted really
Yeah.
face the full weight of the law.
All right. And I think also at this point, it's really pertinent for everything to be. I like the presentation of Femi Gbajabiamila. He said it should be detailed enough. And I know that the eighth Senate will not be exempted, not even the seventh Senate, because what he's going to accumulate right now is actually from inception. There is a particular guy, that the particular senator, I think is from either Delta State or so, that before now his case was coming up more often, that he was the one that used just once, used 15 companies to get
almost
enough,
all the contracts.
yeah,
Yes,
a
that's
lot
true.
of contracts for
In fact,
himself and all of that.
yeah, that's true. I
So
remember.
I think at this point, with what had just happened now, I think Femi Gbajabiamila wants to let Nigerians know who is the one doing this. And even him, Senator Akpabio, he is fully exempted, because when we're talking about his position as the Niger Delta guy, he just came in. And according to the information, he said that he is paying those contracts that have been carried out. There's no way he can cancel those contracts, that he is paying them. But where he wouldn't be exempted is, as much as Nigerians know, he's a very wonderful guy. He's very good in public relations. So most people believe that even in the 8th Senate, he must have also gotten one or two favors from NDDC and all of that. So, but then he wasn't even the focus. There is another senator there who is currently still there, and he was really the person who was involved in that stuff, in the issue of the contract scam. I don't know if he has been performing the contracts, but the truth of the matter is, according to the investigation before now, they said a bulk of that contracts from NDDC was always given to him, I think from 2015 down to 2019. So it's really going to be a terrible one if everything is brought to the limelight.
Now you're going on a general preview. You're looking at overview of the whole thing.
Yeah.
But Joy was coming from a different perspective.
Yeah.
And Joy's allegations are quite strong. He's saying that Gospel Akpabio actually padded a lot of things, wanted him to put those things in video. So I don't think at any point in time
I'm talking
the
about
minister
the case,
would be exonerated.
I'm talking about the case of contracts. Because
Well,
where Joy was coming from was from the viewpoint of padding of budget,
all of them
and
goes
also causing her to make certain withdrawals that were not okay, and all of that. That there were some payment. He even had that, as at the time that she was brought into the office, he said that she should first of all change the dollars that was in the account and give it to him. So I mean, right now he's not really indicted when it comes to contract scam, but I think a lot of other senators. That's why he had to immediately mention that one, to cover up with the other huge expenses and all of that.
But my own summary of my perspective is, I don't know. This is like Femi fighting the whole of a whole lot of network of scams and looters. It won't work. You may be surprised, as at now he's receiving calls and is going through meetings upon meetings of both past senators, president senators,
exactly.
and those in corridor of power here and there, we may not know them, and those hidden. There's some persons that are behind, the curtain that Nigerians don't know, but they have full weight of power, but we don't know who they are. Simply, and some of them have company names that you don't know who is behind the company names. So it's not something that Femi Gbajabiamila will just wake up one morning and give us the full names. But a lot of things will go wrong.
A lot of things will go wrong, but at this point, there's nothing he can do because already the media has taken it into writing and Nigerians are waiting. This guy has been given 24 to 48 hours from that yesterday where they had that interrogation. So automatically, we are looking at between today and tomorrow. The list must come out. If not, Nigeria will begin to call him Femi Gbajabiamila out. Because
time will tell, but I know one thing that is very good in this particular dispensation is keeping quiet and allow things to fizzle out. We've seen it severally. I don't know how Femi Gbajabiamila will do this, but I know that there are a lot of hands in this. And him opening his mouth up, a lot of things will go wrong. A lot of things will go down. Names will be called. Let's see how it plays out, though.
All right, that's where we're going to leave it. It's quite controversial. Let's see what Gbajabiamila will do if he will still stand his ground to, within the 48 hours, calling the Niger Delta minister to give a comprehensive list of senators who have been involved in contract scam or enjoying contracts from NDD.